Hey guys, it's Serg. Today's video is going to be very different. I'm having a colonoscopy done. You see, I'm heading over to Thailand in 2 months. I'm going to be there for an extended period of time, and I just want to make sure I handle all of my medical stuff. And I've never had a colonoscopy, so that's what I'm getting done tomorrow. Today is the day of prep, and it's not going to be that fun of a day. But I thought you might enjoy some of this, or you might find it interesting. Enjoy might be the wrong word, to kind of find out what it takes in preparation for a colonoscopy. We'll go through what I have to do today, and then I'll take you tomorrow to the clinic. Obviously, I won't be able to record any of it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So let's get started. So for those of you that are not familiar with what a colonoscopy is, basically a gastroenterologist puts a scope into you from your rear end to make sure there are no polyps or any other signs of cancer in your colon. Colon cancer screening is extremely important, as colon cancer is one of the most preventable cancers. When I asked the doctor how long the scope was, he told me it's 4 feet. So it's a 4-foot scope, but not to worry. What they're going to do is put me under something that's called twilight sedation. It is not full sedation where they intubate you for major surgery, but I will not remember anything of the procedure, which is good because I don't want to be awake for that. It doesn't sound like fun having a 4-foot long scope put into you. The beauty of it is they can remove the polyps while they're in there and see if there's anything else going on that's going to need further investigation on their end. So today is my day of prep, and I'm going to walk you through that as well. By the way, some of you might be wondering, why are you sharing your colonoscopy procedure with us, Serg? Well, this channel is Life with Serg, and a lot of this has to do with things that go on in life. And this is something that I'm having to do just because I've reached that certain age, and it's time to get myself checked out. And I thought this might be useful for some other people who might have a colonoscopy coming up or are wondering what it's like. So I wanted to share that experience with you guys. So here's a list of low residue grocery lists for this diet that I had to observe for 3 days prior to the procedure. Basically, you want to eat things that are low residue, basically meaning you don't clog up your system. And oddly enough, things that have a lot of fiber are actually the worst. You would think that they would clean your system out, but no, fiber stays in your system the longest. So some of the things that I really had to avoid were berries, prunes, corn, peas, onions, garlic, some of the things that I definitely enjoy. But as you can see over here on the left, the list of things that I could have was pretty big. So I did not have a problem for the last 3 days with the things that I could eat. Up next is the actual colonoscopy prep, and one of the things I have to do today is I have to consume the whole bottle of Miralax, 234 grams, and also 4 pills of Dulcolax, which will get me started on the process. I have to mix it with either water or a yellow Gatorade. No blues, purples, nothing like that, because it will mess up what the doctor can see when he is doing the actual colonoscopy. So today I'm on an all clear liquid diet. No food for me today, and no water after midnight. And here's what I have to consume today. I have to consume this whole thing of Miralax mixed in with 64 ounces of water, and also 4 or 5 of these tablets of the Dulcolax. Well, I also realized I don't have any Gatorade at the house, and I really don't want to mix all of that mixture with 64 ounces of water. So I'm going to go find some sugar-free Gatorade at least. Success. We have found it, and they have 0 sugar Gatorade. These are only 28 fluid ounces, so I'm going to need 3 of these guys. All right, guys, it is 3 o'clock, and I'm supposed to start this procedure now. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to take this pitcher. I'm going to take this Miralax. It's 238 grams. We're going to dump the whole thing in there, and we're going to be mixing it with 64 ounces of Gatorade. I'm supposed to have a glass of that, and then 1 glass every 15 minutes until this thing is empty. I'm also going to be taking 4 tablets of the Dulcolax when I start, and that's just once. And the whole process here is obviously to clean you out, because you don't want anything inside of you. You want it to the point where you are literally pooping out clear liquid. And to make things simpler for myself, I put on some comfortable sweatpants, because this stuff's going to run right through me, and I want to be able to take them off relatively quickly and easily in case of an emergency. All right, so with that, let's start doing this. All right, the Miralax. Just dump all of it in there, and then we're going to take some of this Gatorade. These, I believe, are only 28 fluid ounces, so we're going to need a little bit more than 2 of them. Take a little spoon. Just close it and shake it up a little bit, hopefully without making a giant mess. let's add a little bit more because we're about 6 ounces shy. I know it's not going to make a huge difference, but I'm a little stickler for following directions. All right, now we are good. We need a glass. I'm going to take 4 of these pills. 4 of the pills. I'm not going to be eating the tin foil. All right. Just dry swallow those puppies pretty easy. And let's see what this yummy mixture is going to taste like. Cheers, everyone. Bottoms up. It tastes like sugar-free Gatorade. I'm not really tasting the Miralax at all. They said you could have your first bowel movement within 10 or 15 minutes after drinking the first glass. We'll see what happens. There we go. Glass number 1. Glass number 2 in about 15 minutes. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and here we are, glass number 2. Cheers to you. Glass number 2 down. It's been about 20 minutes since I've had the first and then the second glass, and I'm just starting to edit the beginnings of this video. My stomach's gurgling a little bit, but I don't have that sensation to go. So I'm gonna have another glass in a couple of minutes. All right, it's time for another glass, and yeah, as you can see, I don't keep food in the fridge. That's because I can't cook. This is glass number 3. I still don't feel anything. I still haven't had to go to the bathroom. It's been half an hour since I started, and so far, I don't feel anything. My stomach is gurgling, but I'm not ready to go. I'm gonna hate Gatorade by the end of the day. 100%. Right, now we wait. Hopefully this will start flowing through me sooner than later. Well, guys, this is glass number 4. I still haven't had my first bowel movement, and now we're down to glass number 5 with only 1 to go. Well, it has now been 2 hours since I started drinking this mixture, and I think I'm finally ready to go to the bathroom. Well, guys, I can definitely report back that it has started to work, and bowel movement number 1. I've had about 5 bowel movements now. It's been 3 hours, and so far so good. One thing I would definitely recommend is something like Tux or some kind of a flushable wet wipe, because after 4 or 5 bowel movements in a short period of time, that toilet paper, it doesn't feel so great. So having a wet wipe is gonna save your butt. Literally. It is 11:30 at night. I've got to get up at 6:30 to get over to the hospital to get my colonoscopy done. I went to the bathroom like 15 times today, hoping that I could sleep through the night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, it is now the next morning. I actually slept really well. Only got up once in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and everything's still cleared out. And now I have to go over to the surgery center. My procedure's at 9 a.m., and I have to be there at 7:30 in the morning. So it's time to hit the road. Well, guys, here I am, and it's kind of appropriate. Surgicare. I'm Serg, here at Surgicare. All right, enough for the corny jokes. Let's go inside and get this party on the road. Very stylish. Well, guys, here we are. I'm all wired up. It is 8 o'clock, waiting for the doctor to arrive. We're going to start around 9 o'clock or so. You know, I did forget to mention one very interesting fact. My father is having the colonoscopy today as well. So it's kind of like father-son bonding, which is kind of crazy. By the way, if you guys never saw my Amtrak video where my dad and I took the auto train, you might want to check it out. I'll throw the link up here. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to go ahead with the procedure right now. That's the scope. Okay, well, that went pretty well. Pretty simple procedure. Get dressed, get out of here, and go have some lunch. I am discharged. That was quick and easy. And now my brother is here to pick me up, and we're going to get out of here and maybe get some food. What's up, bro? I'm alive and well, and my ride is here. Piece of cake, man. Well, guys, that's it. I'm now back home. The process went fine. I'm a little bit dehydrated, but let me show you some of the pictures of the polyps that they found. If you're a little bit squeamish, might be a bit much, but this is just the pictures that the camera was able to take inside. This might be a little gross for some of you, but I wanted to be transparent and show you the whole process. So there was a polyp there that was removed. There was a polyp there that was removed. And this is the rest of the inside, of my colon, which looks pretty clear. So the doctor said everything looked okay. They'll do the biopsy on the 2 polyps, and I'll find out in about a week. But he said everything looked fine. So my final thoughts on this process was that it was extremely simple. I read all these horror stories online about people having issues with the prep and the colonoscopy itself. You know what? The prep was super simple. Just drank all that stuff, went to the bathroom like 15 times, cleared me completely out. The procedure was quick. I don't remember anything. I have no issues from it whatsoever. There's a little bit of residual blood in the stool afterwards. That's perfectly normal, especially if they remove polyps like they did in my case. The doctor said I was okay, and I would highly recommend that if you're 45 or older, you need to get one done, or if you have any kind of intestinal issues, you really should talk to your doctor and get it done as well. So guys, I really appreciate you watching me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to throw up some of my other videos up here, and until next time, as always, please take care of yourselves. Bye guys.